If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. No human was allowed near Sector 9. The station records called it forbidden. Old. Silent. Dangerous. Red warning lights flashed on the metal walls. A cold voice repeated again and again. Do not enter. Extreme threat inside. But Ethan still walked forward. Ethan was not a soldier. He was a small human engineer. His job was to fix broken power lines, not break rules. Yet today, curiosity pulled him deeper. A massive steel door stood before him. It was scratched and burned, as if something powerful once tried to escape. Ethan used his access card. The door opened with a deep, heavy sound. Darkness filled the chamber. Then the lights slowly turned on. Ethan stopped breathing. Something huge lay in the center of the room. It was an alien giantess. She was taller than any machine in the station. Her blue skin looked dry and cracked. Heavy chains wrapped around her arms, legs, and neck. She was not moving. For a moment, Ethan thought she was dead. Then he heard it. A slow, painful breath. She was alive. Data screens on the wall showed her condition. Energy level, critical. Food intake, none for decades. She's starving, Ethan whispered. The records appeared on his screen. She belonged to the Zarkai race. A race feared across the galaxy. Strong. Dangerous. Unstoppable. That was why she was locked here. Left alone. Forgotten. Ethan felt his chest tighten. This was not justice. This was slow death. His orders were clear. Do not interfere. If he helped her, he could lose his job. Or his life. Ethan looked at the giantess again. Even chained, she looked powerful. But now, she looked weak. He remembered Earth. Humans were small in the galaxy. But humans helped others, even when afraid. Ethan made his choice. He opened his supply bag. Inside was emergency food and water. Slowly, carefully, he walked closer. Every step felt dangerous. He placed the food near her lips. Nothing happened. Then, her fingers moved. The ground shook. Ethan froze. One glowing eye slowly opened. It locked onto him. The chamber filled with a deep, ancient sound. Her voice echoed in his mind, weak but clear. Human. Ethan's heart raced. He had just awakened a legend. And there was no turning back. The station logs changed that day. For the first time in 300 years. Sector 9 showed movement. Security alarms began to scream. Red lights flooded the corridors. But inside the forbidden chamber, everything was silent. Ethan stood frozen. The giantess was awake. Her single open eye glowed softly, not with anger, but confusion. Her breathing was slow and weak. She could have crushed Ethan in 1 second. She did not. Instead, her massive hand stopped inches away from him. Ethan swallowed hard. I brought food, he said quietly. His voice sounded very small in the huge chamber. The giantess looked at the small pack near her mouth. She had not eaten in a very long time. Her mind felt broken by hunger. Still, she understood one thing. This human was not afraid. She opened her mouth slightly. Ethan pushed the food closer using a metal rod. The giantess ate. The chains rattled as her strength slowly returned. A deep voice echoed inside Ethan's head. Why help me? Ethan did not lie. Because leaving you to die is wrong. The words were simple. But they struck her harder than any weapon. No one had spoken to her like that before. To the galaxy, she was a monster. To this human, she was alive. Hours passed. Ethan stayed. He brought water. Checked the energy screens. Spoke to her like she was a person. He told her about Earth. Blue oceans. Green trees. Small humans standing together. The giantess listened. She learned his name. Ethan. For the first time since her capture, she felt warmth. Then the alarms changed. Heavy footsteps echoed outside the chamber. Security forces. The commanders had noticed the energy rise. Unauthorized human detected, a voice shouted. Prepare to eliminate the threat. Ethan turned pale. They were going to kill her. And him. The giantess sensed his fear. Her chains began to crack. Not from rage. From choice. Human Ethan, her voice echoed. I will not let them harm you. Ethan stared up at her. You don't have to. The chains snapped. The chamber shook violently. Dust fell from the ceiling. For the first time in centuries, the giantess stood up. The security doors began to open. Weapons charged. And the galaxy was about to see something it feared. A starving giantess. Standing for a single human. The galaxy learned the truth too late. Humans were not weak. They were just quiet. The blast doors of Sector 9 opened with a violent crash. Armed soldiers filled the chamber. Weapons glowed. Orders were clear. Fire at the target. The target was not Ethan. It was the giantess. She stepped forward. Her massive body blocked every weapon aimed at the human behind her. Lasers struck her back. She did not scream. She did not fall. Ethan shouted, Stop! She's protecting me. No one listened. To them, she was only a monster. The giantess slowly raised her hand. The soldiers froze. They felt it. Not fear. Respect. Her voice echoed through the chamber and into every ship nearby. This human fed me when I was dying. This human stayed when others left. I will not allow harm to him. The station trembled. Security systems failed. Power shut down across the sector. One by one, weapons dropped to the floor. Ethan stood beside her. A small human. Next to a being older than empires. He spoke calmly. She was locked away. Starved. Forgotten. That is not justice. The commanders watched from their screens. They had planned for rage. They had planned for destruction. They had not planned for loyalty. The giantess knelt. The floor cracked under her weight. She lowered her head to Ethan's level. Human Ethan, she said softly. You gave me life. The galaxy was watching now. Every signal. Every screen. A giant alien kneeling before a human. Not as a slave. But as a choice. The commanders gave the order to retreat. No shots fired. No war started. That day, a law was changed. Sector 9 was no longer forbidden. The giantess was freed. She left the station slowly, carefully, so no one would be harmed. Before she left, she turned back. Her eyes met Ethan's. Where you walk, she said. I will stand. Ethan smiled. Humans were small. But kindness could move giants. And across the stars, a new story spread. Not about fear. Not about power. But about a starving giantess. And the human who chose to help.